I like this room. It has one of the few lines of dialogue in the game that I wrote and then slipped in there. If you click on the kind of boxy robotic-looking thing in the foreground, and Raisha said, "It looks like a P1, or is it a P2?" That's actually one of the prototypes of the Honda robot. There's a ton of kind of real-world robotics I threw in there, just as a kind of nod to these robots I'd always thought were really cool, and just kind of wanted to include them in Primordia.
I am. Forewarned is forearmed.
What can you tell me about her?
This isn't exactly what I imagined the robot's stomach would look like.
Very well, then, if that's what you want.
Come on, boss, it's time to push that button.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dunes?
Surely, sir, you have misspoken.
It's a can of oil.
Outrageous.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the besotting pea-shooters they gave me.
It? Does in your boot sector count as a guess?
I already told you what I want. Progress.
Primordia supported neither.
Or an unexploded bomb. Oh, I guess you really are so smart. Indubitably.
Oh, Gamma.
Of whom were you thinking?
Very funny.
You have tried, but you have failed.
And sure as rust follows rain, I don't know any council code.
I'm trying not to think of that. Rising as the city falls.
Do not blame me for the consequences.
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
I really wanted to make this a strong scene in the game, visually. I've played a lot of adventure games and a lot of games in general where the latter stages of the game and even the boss areas or the end game areas just felt like they had less effort put into them than the start of the game, and you'd have all your best screens at the start of the game, and the end of the game was just kind of, we'll throw some complex puzzles in there, and it's probably production costs that makes developers do that or whatever. But for Primordia, I really wanted some strong visuals at the end, stuff that was as strong as the start of the game, which I feel are pretty strong. The opening scenes and a lot of the stuff around the dunes, I think, was some of my best work. But yeah, just really wanted to make this room as cool as I could, so I used a lot of different lighting layers, foreground objects with transparencies, like those vacuum tubes you can see in the foreground here.
What do you...
You are welcome in my city.
In that case, I refuse to participate.
Now! It's a universal interface plug connecting the antenna to the radio.
The law or nothing.
Trade it! What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer?
You know, boss, if you're ever wondering what I would do, feel free to just ask.